Well, it is different relatively. For example, in Tel Aviv, the situation is very bad, simply because the Tel Aviv is denominated by Arab Sunnis who were hosting ISIS. So Christian families are not convinced to go back. Now we are struggling to, we have funds to rehabilitate their houses, but people are not leaving. Just we managed to have 20 to go back, but still we are not sure they will be settled or just they are rehabilitating the houses to sell it later on. We don't know. But Naya, because of the destruction one, but also because being under the influence of Hajj al-Sha'bi, Shiite Hajj al-Sha'bi, Shiite militia, only one person, not one family, only one person went back. Despite there is a huge program by UNDP and also by German BMZ through Maltese, open to help, but people are not convinced to go.
Okay.
Whereas in Bashik al-Azani, no, there are almost 80-85% of Christians in the community peace communication, living together with the Yazidis, we had no problem. Simply because we are living with the same victims that we had with the Yazidis. In Karakosh is going fine, in Karakosh is going fine because there is no conflict. But the challenge is, as I mentioned, Tel Aviv, and the main challenge, the other one, which we have to fight to keep the community and town is Bartella, because there is huge influence by, and now recently there is a plan to build more and more house units, which is rejected by church, rejected by Bartella Christian community, but still the plans are going on to sell it.
Okay.
High prices, and Christians are not going to purchase because they are constructed on their land, taken by government and selling with high prices that sharaks are benefiting. So this is, of course, when you have a property issue, you don't expect good communication, good daily life.
Okay, so it depends on the city and the area.
Yes, there are good initiatives by, for example, GIZ, by other USAID, also some good initiative to bring people together, but still they are only on the level of the people who are sitting around the table, not on the grassroots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this leads to the next question about development help. From many countries we heard the demand, especially in countries where Christians are persecuted, that the help from the government will not come to the minorities. Is this the same in Iraq?
Absolutely, but in Iraq the government is sowieso doing nothing.
Okay.
All what has been done is by the international NGOs, UN agencies. I mean, just imagine the annual for the 2019 budget, Iraqi budget. I think they allocated 124 or 125, I'm not sure, millions for reconstruction of Mosul, which is hugely destructive. Yeah, but they allocated just 125 millions, whereas Maltese program for itself is 35 millions. So you see that the main support is coming from the foreign countries, whether governmental aid like BMZ or USAID, or church and other agencies.
We see the problem on a long term. At the moment, a lot of money is going to the church because the church is trustful. On a long term, the whole money is in the church. And the question is, where is in the civil society or the Christian civil society, where are the people, the contacts, the organization we should know?
From my point of view, despite I'm a clergy in the church, I never support church to take over the reconstruction programs, development programs, because it is not the task of the church.
Exactly.
Actually, it is undermining the spiritual and community leading of the church. It was good in the beginning that church took the initiative to encourage people to go back yeah, but it should be given at the end to the NGOs, local NGOs, because they will stay, not the international NGOs, and they will take over all these issues long term. The church have its other tasks.
Yeah.
This is from one point of view. The other point of view is that the church priests or the church committees will be under pressure, and they are human beings. And then the other way is how much you can, speaking for international NGOs, international regulations, auditing, transparency. The church are not structured to deal with this level of documentation, level of financial issues.
So, how many?
Let us recall the Acts, Apostle, that when the apostle said, "It is not our business. Let us have other people to do it."
Exactly. To feed the people and so on. We see there is a big movement of migration, and I think we won't stop the big movement. How many percent or how many people, Christians or religious minorities, you think decided or will decide to stay here? Which amount is, we should know, we should focus?
Unfortunately, the tendency to migrate is ongoing and increasing. Simply, of course, there are a bundle of factors. The uncertainty, what's going to happen, and now you see that Daesh is maybe in other name. Will this radical jihadis, they are there. Now you see, if you follow the news, there are almost in every day or every week incidents here and there. And the Iraqi government again failed to convince the Sunni community that they are equal and they are concerned. They are in the top of to-do list of the government. So the environment is there to have another version. We had Qaeda and then we have ISIS. Now the environment may lead for another radical. So Christians are not convinced. Indeed, not only Christians, but Yazidis as well. So therefore, the tendency to migrate is there as pushing factors, and then the diaspora is pulling factors.
Of course.
So unfortunately, but speaking for percentage, I can't say. But what we see, almost the majority, when they have this uncertainty, they don't have this. They don't trust the community they are living, and they don't have the livelihood, the basic needs of the life. They are having the tendency to leave. Mainly the young people. The most bleeding is when we are losing our young generation, because we are losing the next generation of so when the Christian generation are graduating, had graduated already universities, but still they are arbeitslos, at home, of course they will think. So therefore, we in CAPNI, and we are trying to convince also our back donors or our local partners that, okay, we are doing fine in rehabilitating the houses. We are doing fine in this message of peace building, peaceful coexistence, etc. But we need to give some material issues for the young people, that they are home, they are living in dignity, they are having their future, I mean, through the job, through the basic service.
So one more question I was asked.
I mean, sorry for interruption. The challenge or the threat that Iraq will lose Christianity in 2 or 3 decades is not exaggeration. It's a real challenge.
Okay. So the war is over. There are many militias in the country. Different countries are looking like Iran or Turkey. Who will be the main leader? The question is, which organization, which person, which should we have in the focus as German politicians to know with which we should speak in the future?
Okay, I mean, speaking on German level, Of course, I do expect that the German government or German decision makers, politicians, are not focusing only on one aspect or on one field. So therefore, your local partners here, Iraqi partners to speak to, they are multi. For example, the churches are there. The let us say liberal or civic non-Christian initiatives. There are elite Kurdish people, there are elite Arabic people, like Al-Masarat, other organizations, so they need to be supported or to be part of this exchange. And speaking on a humanitarian level, the local Christian faith-based organizations, I'm not limiting it to CAPNI, but CAPNI is one of the examples. And then, but all these will be with limited impact without the government intervene. I mean, let us say Iraqi central government or KRG, because this is a shortcut. If the Iraqi government, for example, will decide to revise the curriculum in a term that will bring people together, or to include human rights, minority rights in the curriculum, this will make the life easy and make the work plan for the NGOs easier. If the NGOs will work on human rights, workshops, let us say visibilities or programs, they will reach, but it will be a certain circle or certain communities, certain places. But if the human rights are injected in the curriculum, so in 1 year, 2 years, it will be all over Iraq. So these are the shortcuts. The same with legislations. For example, if hostile speech is being criminalized, if the sermons given on Friday speech or in the so many radical TV channels, this will make the life easier for the people who are interested in peace building. So it's more than one partner you may. I mean, the German politicians. Actually speaking, the German consulate, at least I can comment because I am in touch. It is very active consulate and had very good reputation. So I mean, the German government politicians can invest in the German consulate and to expand the activities, starting and support German foundations to be more present. I mean, Germans are doing fine, but it needs more. And our concern is that, which we hope and pray, that in Syria, when the situation will be settled, then we do expect that more and more actors here, they will move to Syria. So it's the right moment to do the homework.